Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLE 580, and this one has a good amount of packages. The price on this one is $89,000, so let me go ahead and show you all the packages this one has. Under the hood, they're going to be a 4.0 twin turbocharged V8 that is connected to a 9-speed automatic transmission. This engine produces 483 horses and 516 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers are 17 in the city, 22 highway, and 19 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this GLE. If you guys are interested in the packages and the options this one has, just go ahead and pause the video. It does have the exterior lighting package and the night package, and the price on this one is $89,000. If you guys are curious about the color is called Polar White, and it does look very good on this GLE 580. And what makes it even better is that this one has the night package. Basically, it blacks out a good amount of things, and it makes this SUV super nice and sporty. And this one does have a good amount of things like the panoramic sunroof, heads-up display. It does have a dash cam, augmented reality, and it has a ton of things. And the price on this one is $89,000, as I said. And coming to the front, I really love the way how this GLE looks like. The grille definitely stands out. It does have like a diamond looking chrome grille. Mercedes-Benz logo is going to be nice and big. It does have the sensor for the braking assist, and they're going to be some chrome right here, a little bit more there. And seriously, this Mercedes logo is very big. For the headlights are going to be all LED. I love the design. They're going to be 2 LED strips for the daytime running light, and the turn signal indicator is going to be this outer LED strip. Low beam, high beam, everything is going to be LED, which is expected. It does have the exterior lighting package. Basically, those lights do move. Coming to the bottom, this is going to be functional, and I really like the gloss black trim right here in the bottom. There are going to be some parking sensors here in the front. This is going to be finished in flat black, and it's not functional. The only functional vent is going to be this one right here, and they're going to be a side functional vent, and the lower portion of the bumper is going to be finished in gloss black. And this is part of the night package, that gloss black front splitter. And seriously, everything looks very good right here in the front of this GLE 580, and it does actually have a front facing camera that I forgot to mention. So night package, the exterior lighting package definitely makes this GLE look super aggressive and sporty. But let's go ahead and move to the side of this GLE, and I'll go ahead and show you how it looks like from the side. Here is the side view of this GLE, and the GLE looks really good from the front, the side, and even the back. And the GLE is actually my favorite SUV in this class. It does look really nice and sporty, and at the same time it's very nice and comfortable, and overall I really love the design of it. Right here on the side, there's going to be a good amount of gloss black, which is expected from the night package this GLE has. The window sills are going to be finished in gloss black. The mirror is going to be finished in gloss black. This is part of the night package, and it does have a camera and a turn signal indicator, and the blind spot monitoring system is on the mirror as well. And for the roof rails, they are finished in flat black instead of gloss black. I think that's a nice touch. Maybe gloss black will be not as scratch resistant as the flat black finish, but overall everything looks really nice. And by the way, the door handles are actually partially finished in chrome, which I'm not a big fan of because it does have the night package. Basically, the purpose of this night package to black out everything in this GLE. For the rims are going to be 21s, and they are part of a package, which is a $1,000 package, and it is called the AMG multi-spoke with black accent. And the size in the front is going to be 275 45 21, and the back is going to be 315 45 21. So the back is wider than the front, and the back is has a lower or a less sidewall than the front. But let's go ahead and move to the back of this GLE, and I'll show you how it looks like from the back. Here is the back of this GLE. It does look very nice. And for the taillights have a really nice sharp look to them. I think Mercedes-Benz does a great job on their taillights. The vent in the bottom is going to be actually fake, but it does look good. And everything in the taillight housing is going to be LED, which is expected from Mercedes-Benz and expected from a $90,000 SUV. GLE 580 is going to be right here, Mercedes-Benz in the middle, and 4MATIC all the way to the right. It does have a nice chrome trim right here in the back. I think if it was black, maybe it wouldn't look as nice as the chrome, even though this one has the night package. It does have a $650 option spoiler. In my opinion, this spoiler actually looks very nice, and it just adds some character to this GLE. In the bottom, this is going to be finished in gloss black. This is part of the night package. It does have a hitch. This is part of an option, and it is a $575 option. Reflectors in the bottom with the parking sensors. For the exhaust tips are fake. They're not connected to the exhaust pipes, but they do actually look very good, and they're finished in brushed aluminum. Here is the key. It does look good. It has a really nice weight to it. It is finished in flat black and brushed aluminum, and it does have 4 binds on this key: lock, unlock, tailgate release, and a panic bind. And tailgate can be opened 3 different ways: one on the key, one right there on the tailgate itself, and one inside. And I actually forgot to mention, but the flares on this GLE are very nice and big, and they definitely make this SUV nice and thick. So really like the quarter panel flares. The front ones are not as aggressive as the back. They're going to be a handle and 2 binds, one to basically close the tailgate, and the other one is to close and lock the SUV. And they're going to be a light actually on the tailgate right there. It does shine on the ground, and inside there is a ton of space in this GLE. So the space in the back is very nice and big. It does have an LED light all the way to the left, and they're going to be a 12 volt with a button to adjust the suspension in the back, so you could lower the SUV. Let's say if you have something that you want to put in the trunk, and you want the SUV to be a little bit lower for you to be able to put something in, so you could do that. It just makes it much easier. There's going to be a storage place right here on the left, some tie downs on each corner, and there's going to be a privacy cover that you could close. Let's say if you have something in the back of this GLE and you're trying to cover it, you don't want anyone to see it, you could do that. And underneath, this GLE actually has a spare tire, which is nice. The jack and the jack tools are going to be right underneath it, and a little bit of storage place around that spare tire, which is always nice. Here is the door handle. It does have a good amount of chrome on it. There's going to be a sensor right behind it. That's how you unlock the SUV. And to lock it, there's going to be a sensor right here. Just go ahead and tap on this sensor. That will take care of locking the SUV. And by the way, this GLE has soft closing doors. It is a $550 option, I believe, that you could add to this GLE. Here is a front door panel. It does look very good, which is expected from an almost $90,000 SUV, and Mercedes-Benz usually does a great job with their door panels. This top portion right here is going to be wrapped in leather, nice and soft. This is nice and soft. Actually, this is softer than this, which is crazy. Door handle feels a little bit on the lighter side, but feels nice and solid. Window switches, mirror controls, everything looks good. It does have auto folding mirrors, and this is plastic, which is expected. This is wrapped in leather, nice and soft. Door locks are going to be right here. It does have memory seats, seat controls, thigh support, and it does have cold and heated seats, which is a $450 option. It does have Burmeister sound system, and this wood trim, it is a $160 option. A little bit of brushed aluminum in the bottom. This is going to be finished in plastic, which is fine. A ton of storage place in the bottom of this door, and it does have a trunk release bind or a tailgate release bind. And as I mentioned, this is plastic, and there's going to be a light in the bottom. And the lumbar support are going to be on the seats, and those seats are very, very comfortable. Design looks good, nothing too crazy though, but they are nice and comfortable. But let's go ahead and move inside this GLE, and I'll show you the interior of it. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLE. This thing looks beautiful, nice and spacious. Seats are very comfortable, and I really like this wood trim. It's $160. You could choose on the GLE 580, but seriously, fan finish is great, which is expected from Mercedes-Benz, and steering wheel is going to be wrapped in leather, which is expected. It does have heated steering wheel, which is a $250 option, I believe. And all the way to the left, they're going to be a good amount of buttons. You'll have the cruise controls, and then you will have a button to go back home, and then they're going to be this black sensor right here. You could go left and right, up and down, so basically a touchpad, and then you could click on it to go to the place you want to. So that's nice. Does it have paddle shifters? They feel nice and solid. They are finished in flat black, and the gear shifter is going to be all the way to the right. This will control the 9-speed automatic transmission, and on the left they're going to be the wiper controls, and on the right they're going to be that sensor, a home button that will control the right screen. So the right controls for the right screen, left controls for the left screen, and then we'll have your volume control and phone controls. And both of those screens are going to be 12.3 inches. So the left one is 12.3, the right one is 12.3. The right one is going to be touch, and the left one, obviously, it's not touch. And overall, design looks good. All the way to the left, they're going to be the e-brake, headlight controls, brightness control. Everything looks good and feels good, which is expected from Mercedes-Benz. This screen has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And here is the backup camera. It does look good, very high resolution, and it does have the 360 camera. And you could actually change the modes, so you could go up and down. You could see the rims, front facing camera, front wide. So there is a ton of angles you could change through, which is very nice. And coming down, they're going to be the AC vents. There is 4 of them, nice and small, and the trim around them is going to be finished in brushed aluminum, which is really nice. And here is the engine start stop. It does have the engine shut off. When you come to a complete stop, the engine will turn off. You will have the climate controls right here. You could actually click on the menu button or switch. That will bring up the climate control menu, which is nice. And you could control the fan speed, raise it up and bring it down. Temperature control, you could control them from here, or you could actually control them from the screen. So I'm glad that Mercedes-Benz gives you the option to do that from the screen or from those buttons, and everything looks good and feels good, which is expected. And this wood is real. As I said, it's a $160 option that you could choose on this 580. They're going to be 2 USB-Cs, a 12-volt, and they're going to be a wireless phone charger, and they're going to be heated and cold cup holders. It's a $180 option you could choose on this GLE. Cup holders are nice and big, and here is the pad to control the right screen. So the right screen can be controlled 3 different ways. You could control them from those controls. You could touch the screen, or you could actually use this pad. So that's nice. And they're going to be the mode selector right here. You could go from individual, sport, comfort, eco, and this button will turn on the camera system in this Mercedes-Benz. And then you'll have a favorite button. All the way to the right, there's going to be another volume wheel. Quick shortcuts right here. Let's say if you want to go to navigation, click on it, and that will take you straight to the navigation. And overall, everything looks good, feels good. And you could rest your hand on this and use the pad this way. And here is Mercedes-Benz Airmatic, basically their air suspension. You could lower it down or bring it up. And when you change the modes, it does lower and basically raise the suspension. If you put it in sport, the exhaust valves open up to make this SUV sound better. And the armrest is a little bit on the harder side. I really like the stitching right here. And inside, you're going to be an okay storage place, a phone holder. You could put your phone there, and there's going to be 1 USB-C. And here is the rear view mirror. It is nice and frameless, which is good. and it's not too big or too small. And up here, there are going to be a good amount of buttons. You will have the buttons for the lights in this GLE. So this button will basically turn on those front lights. This button will turn on the lights in the back, and they're going to be individual lights. Those lights are called reading lights, and they are actually located right underneath the mirrors. And this thing at night is very, very bright. I did drive the GLE at night, and I was very, very impressed. So Mercedes-Benz does a great job with their lights, and this one has the augmented reality and the dash cam. Basically, those are options to add on this GLE. The window visor actually feels a little bit on the cheaper side, a little bit light. Not a big fan of this. I really wish it was finished in the same material as the headliner. Inside, they're going to be a small mirror and an LED light. LED light looks good, nice and bright, but I really wish that this mirror was a little bit bigger for a $90,000 SUV. And it does have, it basically extends, and it does have this other visor, which is nice. So you could basically block the sun from the left and from the front. So this GLE has the panoramic sunroof. It is $1,000 option. And I noticed something, the sunroof, or the panoramic sunroof, actually opens a little bit on the slower side at first, and then it's not bad after that. And I think this is the max it goes. Yep, so that's the max it goes. It cannot go more than that. And it is nice and big. It does bring in a lot of light inside. And let's go ahead and close it. So it slows down when it reaches the end. Here is the back door, and the back door has the same look as the front, but this one does have power shades here in the back. It is an option. It's a $580 option, but I noticed those shades do go down a tiny bit slow. Going down, actually not too bad, but going up, they are a little bit on the slower side. So I wish they were a tiny bit faster, but they are an option that you could add to this GLE. I love that wood. Burmeister tweeter right here definitely looks really nice, and it almost has this 3D look to it. A little bit of brushed aluminum right here underneath that. The wood trim, door handle feels very, very light. And here is the window switch in the back. This is nice and soft, nice and soft. This is soft as the front. Plastic in the bottom, which is fine. Good amount of storage space here in the back door, and it does have a light in the bottom. Here are the back seats of this GLE. Legroom is very nice and spacious, and the headroom is actually not too bad. There's going to be an armrest with 2 cup holders. The armrest is a little bit on the harder side. I really wish it was a tiny bit softer, but in the back there are going to be 2 AC vents. There's going to be a storage place, and there's going to be 2 USB-Cs, a storage place right here in the back, and they're going to be a 115 volt. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLE 580. If you guys are interested, and if you guys are around, make sure to come and see Michael here at Mercedes-Benz in North Haven, Connecticut. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link at the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.